I'm recording on this computer and we're going.
Hi everybody. Simply Made Local here. You've got Abby,
Ryan,
Taylor,
Carrie,
and we're the team at Simply Made Local. We are the team behind the scenes, bringing you all of the content and our beautiful digital marketplace where you are selling your handmade products at. And we just wanted to come on and take some time to allow you to kind of get to know us a little bit. And we just wanted to touch base with you. We've now been live since January 25th. So it's been almost exactly
3 months?
Yeah, tomorrow. So that's so exciting. And we just wanted to take some time and tell you a little bit about some of the things that we're seeing on the site as we're moderating and taking a look at some photos and descriptions. And we thought it would be nice to just share some of our insight with you. We've been getting a ton of reviews from you guys, and we appreciate that. We invite that. Please let us know how you're feeling with the site. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, please feel free to reach out to us. We are available on every social media platform at Simply Made Local, as well as via email. You can reach us at support@simplymadelocal.com. And then also you can go directly on the site. At the footer of the page, there's a tab that says Contact Us. So you can reach us there as well. And we do our best to get back to you same day. And we just really invite you to let us know how we're doing. And if you have any comments on how we can serve you better as a digital marketplace, please let us know. We're here to support you. I hope that everybody knows that our mission here with starting Simply Made Local has always been from day one. We're makers supporting makers. So we are artists ourselves, and we have been selling our products, and we're just here to pay it forward. We've been helped out so much in our businesses along our long maker careers, and we would love to just share some of that knowledge with you and give you any helpful hints, especially right now during our social situation. I know that some of us are having a little bit of a harder time with selling our products due to the fact that we can't be at farmers markets and craft shows and expos. I know that our business is affected by this. We're not able to be at the craft expos that we had planned out this spring.
We miss seeing you guys out there.
Yeah, so
miss you all. I know.
Both being a vendor ourselves and then also coming to visit you guys. I know that a lot of our makers that we have on the site, we have met you personally while we went on our craft road shows. So we just thank you for trusting in us and taking a chance and bringing your products to Simply Made Local. And we're already seeing such a wonderful turnout. Every day we are growing, and we just want to assure you that even with all of the social situations going on right now, we are still every day in our offices. We are working for you. We are doing the best research. We are working on advertising campaigns, marketing campaigns. We promote your products across all social media. You can see that we've been promoting your guys' products on Instagram, on Pinterest. Ryan works very hard with promoting your guys' products on Pinterest with pins, putting you guys into all of the trending categories that people are searching for right now, so that people can be exposed to your products with direct shop links back to your pages.
Yeah, and I don't know if a lot of our makers know that. And that's one of the things that Ryan really spends a lot of time doing, and I feel like it's so helpful, especially I mean, Pinterest, and especially right now with the quarantine and everything, a lot of people are on Pinterest all day long. So your stuff is actually getting a lot more exposure than I think even most of our makers realize. So
yes,
kind of an exciting thing.
We use Tailwind, which we're not partnered with them at all. I just find that that's a very helpful tool. And so not only are you on our Pinterest boards and I'm sharing your stuff with all the other people, but I put you out on all of the tribes that we are joined up to. So the reach that you're getting just from that exposure is millions of people every day. I'm putting new pins out there. I try to do like groups of new pins every other day, if not every day, because that's the way you keep going with that media platform. So just know that we are doing the best we can for you.
Yes, and normally we're together in office doing this, and right now we cannot be together, but know that we're having meetings every day via Zoom. We're still checking in, and we're still just really striving to make Simply Made Local as successful as it can be, and we thank you for your support, and just joining us. So every week we try to send you out, some of our new updates and features. We're constantly working on the website to improve it. It's just growing. And so please look out via email every week from us. You'll be seeing kind of some updates and features from Simply Made Local. So definitely look out for that. We do want to take some time tonight to go over some of the ideas that we've come up with on how to be as successful as you can be at Simply Made Local. So we invite you to get comfortable and keep an open mind and just kind of take into consideration some of the things that we're seeing from both a customer perspective, but also as makers ourselves. So we just wanted to point out a couple things, take it into consideration as you will, and hopefully some of our tips and tricks might help to improve some traffic to your own direct site. And I just really want to prove the point that we are all makers supporting makers, and most of us have tried it all. We've tried physical marketplaces. We've tried some of the bigger digital marketplaces that are available today. And what is really nice about Simply Made Local is it is fresh, it is new, and it is a new opportunity for creative entrepreneurs who may be just getting started to have a new platform where they can be seen, where their products aren't instantly buried, and that they have just a new group of people coming on every day to shop handmade. So once again, we appreciate that you're joining us.
Yeah, and we're your team. We are your workhorses, essentially. We're not some giant conglomerate where you're going to get lost. You are important to each one of us, and we want to be there helping you every step of the way that we can. So please take this as positive, constructive criticism.
Constructive.
Yes, I personally have a hard time with constructive criticism or criticism. These girls can tell you, and I'm really working on that. So please don't take anything we're saying as anything negative. We just want to help you succeed. So, yep.
So we're going to take it now to some screenshots. We just want to show you guys some of the examples of ways to improve on your listings. So I want to remind everybody that we do have two versions available to make a listing, to list a product. You have our light mobile version that you can access via a mobile device. And with that version, it was more created for an on-the-go, real quick, you've got a product, let's get it up, let's get it seen. It isn't intended to have all the full functions as the desktop version. So when you get home, you can go back to that listing and you can really dive in on your description, your details, your title, your subtitle. You can add options, multiple options. You can do upgraded versions of the product. You can specify your shipping availability and your payment availability. So that is where you're really going to create the stellar description for your listing, is really on that desktop version. So I want to remind everybody of that. But when it comes to listing a product, what's really going to help you to get seen is your photo quality. And I really want to stress that to everybody, is that you don't have to have all of the equipment, the expensive equipment. You just need clear, distinctive product photos. And that can be obtained by having photo equipment like a light box or reflective lighting, or you could simply just take your products outside or next to a window and have that natural white light that just really diminishes some of those shadows. Shadowing can be distractive when you're looking at a product. So I just want to recommend, if you're listing a product, that you're just taking the time to make sure that it is light, it is bright, and it is visually appealing. Because when people are scrolling through products, half the time they're not really sure what they're looking for. They're just looking at pretty things. And when they come across a photo that really is light and bright, it makes them take a longer look. And when they take a longer look, that's when you can really reel them in for capturing that sale. So I think that first impressions are important. So we really want to go over photo quality. And then after that, we're really going to dive into the importance of descriptions and details,
Yes.
Titles and subtitles and options. So you have a lot of options when it comes to Simply Made Local when you're filling out your descriptions. And then lastly, we're going to talk about categories and subcategories. We recently, a couple weeks ago, we updated the subcategory function, and we added a ton of new subcategories that people have not taken the time to go back in their original listing and apply those first and secondary subcategories, which really help to break up your placement in some of these primary categories.
Okay.
So you may be down further in a primary category, but in a subcategory, you may be number one. So we really want to dive into that. And then we're going to talk about some new features that came about this week when it comes to Instagram and selling your products directly and those direct links. So we really want to dive in. We're going to share our screen with you now, and we're going to give you a firsthand look at what I'm talking about on some of these things. So we're going to get started. We're going to dive right in on the importance of photo quality, which I think is really important. And if you want to see a maker who's got impeccable photos, you can check out Simply AC Boutique. Now, what I love here is that her pictures are minimalistic.
Yeah.
So all you have in some of these photos is just the product, which is amazing because it really showcases that product. It really puts that product up on a pedestal, and it shows how beautiful that is. That's the importance there. So when you're looking at a photo like this, you do have some photo editing. You do have possibly a light box, a reflective lighting. So those are some things that you can purchase, often for really not expensive on Amazon, or Google, just Googling it. So those are some options that you have. Beautiful, beautiful photos here. And so that really draws a customer in to want to purchase you over somebody who might have a very similar product. So first impressions are very important.
Right.
But what I want to prove here is that you don't have to have that expensive equipment to have a successful photo. So taking a product outside and using natural bright lighting with no photo editing, with no light equipment. As you can see here with Sweet Succulents, this is a beautiful photo. Once again, minimalistic. You have just your product there. It's got a great angle. You see the detail of the product. It's crisp and it's outside in the bright light. No shadows, front and center. That's something that allows people to stop and really take a second look. So these are some really great photo examples to me. So next we're going to talk about descriptions. I know that Ryan's going to explain a couple things for that.
Oh, I thought I was doing subcategories.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Taylor.
Yeah.
Taylor, come on down.
Okay. So I want to talk a little bit about the details or description of your product. So first and foremost, I mean, obviously you want to start off with a good title. Bone and Lava did a really great job here. They just simply went to cat cuff bracelet, very simple, not too much, not too little. I know exactly what this is. And they gave a beautiful amount of details here. So one thing that you need to keep in mind that when you list a product, yes, your photo may be great, but if you're not giving the buyer a good amount of details, they may not know everything that your product entails. So for instance, if you're making something that includes multiple ingredients or something that has, you know, just different pieces to it, you're going to want to go into those details as much as possible. Obviously, you don't want to write a novel. You want to keep it simple and concise, but you want to give those buyers those details because, again, yes, you may be competing with other people in the same category, and maybe that buyer goes in and reads the details in your product and realizes, oh my goodness, they listed every single ingredient, or they went into detail about exactly how this was built. And you know, that may.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I was
go
just
ahead.
saying, like for this one, she lists the sizing of the bracelet. Like I
Yes.
have ridiculously tiny wrists. And so sometimes I have to pay attention to that, but other people might not. So just those little things that might be with sizing and like how things fit and wear, like that stuff's important. If I didn't have that, I would be like, oh, I'm not sure. I might not buy it because I'm not sure.
Right.
Yeah.
And I love here, I just want to say something. I love here that she has a subtitle, which is so neat. So not only does she have the title, she has a subtitle, which gives a little insight to who she is. She's coming out of San Jose, California. And then she's got the full details. So this is just very nicely packaged. And then you have your options.
Yeah, there's something that I kind of wanted to say too about the options. So something that I'm seeing a lot of in a lot of the different makers listings is that where it says options, they don't realize, or you don't realize, that you can actually click on that section when you're making your listing and you can name the option. So sometimes I just see that it's named options because you may not know that you can actually click into that section when you're actually posting your listing, and you can make changes. So this one in particular, she's renamed the options to actually say size, inches, options. So this, I know, okay, these are the sizes that I have as options for my bracelet. I've seen a lot of people that do signs, what they'll do, and you can have multiples of these. So if I'm a maker and I like, you know, I make signs, if I put up my sign and I have a listing, I can do one option that says frame color or frame finish. So I can put, you know, walnut finish, gray finish, whatever it might be. And then I can have a second option that says paint color or wording color or whatever it might be. You can have multiple options within your listing. And I think that that's something that gets overlooked a lot. And again, if you are as extremely detailed and descriptive as Bone and Lava is, I feel like you may see more success in you know, using Simply Made Local or just actually selling on any platform. You really want to make sure that these particular things are really honed in and that you give as much detail as possible.
Yeah.
Yes, and I also like the fact that with those options, you're naming them whatever you want. So if a certain material, for the example that you just used, if your walnut finish is an upgraded price, you can add that as well. So you could say walnut finish plus $20.
Right.
So you can really get very custom with the way that you set up each listing. So you do have those capabilities, and you can always go back and edit every listing.
Yeah.
All right.
So very, very nicely done there. So on top of this, or next, we're going to go into categories. So you have options for your primary categories, which are featured on the home page of the website. You have all those beautiful primary categories. But when you click on each category, new to Simply Made Local in the last month or so, we have secondary categories. So now we've got it broken up a little bit more customized, a little bit more individual, and Ryan's going to go ahead and explain that to you.
I think you did a great job already. I don't have a whole lot more to add other than for those makers who have been with us since the very beginning, it would be very pertinent for you to maybe go back and take a look, because like Abby mentioned before, you might be the only one in a particular subcategory that wasn't available when you first signed up, but is now available. So we're working really hard to get those filled up, and you might have a monopoly in that little category for a while, or subcategory, excuse me. So definitely benefit you, just like the amazing details and photos, to make sure that you're getting seen in every possible way, like for instance, if you click on paper there for me.
Oh yes, paper. Right in front of my face.
Right now we only have Bonita Paper Creations because she has this handmade greeting card.
Right.
So you could be the only one in that category. So definitely take the extra couple of minutes and go into that and look, see there aren't any craft supplies in jewelry and beauty right now. So make sure you take the time to do the subcategories as well. Because usually when somebody's going somewhere to look for something particular, they're gonna go narrow it down as much as possible and then go and look around if they don't find what they're looking for.
I think that's great. I think that's a really great option for our makers right now, as they're all, you know, sort of trying to find their home for their products within these categories. I know that for food, we are still inviting makers to come and fill up those categories. We have a lot of different subcategories available in the food. So we ask that you take a look at your listing and really see all of the categories that apply when you're editing, and that's just down on the right hand side when you're looking at those listings. So the other suggestion that we have is for optimizing the most traffic for your direct shop. I want to remind everybody, the same as with every other digital marketplace, an important factor is that you still will need to advertise your products on social media to your customers, having a sign available at your farmer's market, at your booth, all those things on your cards and your bios for social media. It's important to include your direct link for Simply Made Local. So I know that we already told you guys that we're working very hard on advertising campaigns and marketing campaigns. We dive into that every single day. We have got many running across Google and all social media, and we just want to let you know that it's still important for you as a maker to advertise your business as well. So we've made it easy for you. You can you can go to your shop link, your shop on Simply Made Local, and you just copy that direct link at the top there, and that is usually simplymadelocal.com/seller/your shop name. And then as well, you can go into your direct product. So if you're advertising your tumbler on social media, on Instagram, you can go on Instagram and say available, and then actually insert your direct link there to that tumbler so that people can easily shop your products directly. So I always stress that if you're looking for more traffic for your products, it's always helpful to be advertising your products across social media using your
one thing I want to talk about too really quick, and I don't even necessarily know if we have talked about this as far as products go, but social media is your number one ticket as far as advertising goes. That is where you are going to get a lot of traffic for your business. And one thing that you can use, and I know this may seem cheesy or so, out of date, but hashtags. Hashtags are a huge helper when it comes to pulling people into your products. You have to remember, people go on to Instagram, for instance, and they go to that explore page, and you can easily go and look through thousands of different hashtags. If you find yourself the right hashtags, you can totally get your stuff seen more than you normally would by just having them up on your page. So that's another tip or trick just to try and increase that traffic.
Another good thing about hashtags, which Abby was telling me about the other day, it's a really good idea to not pick like the biggest hashtag.
Exactly.
You want to go with something that's kind of in the middle. You don't want the smallest, but you don't want the biggest and get buried either. So there are so many things that you
can factor in
Really
when doing
important marketing
listings.
trick.
Yeah, absolutely. And so once you reach that audience, it's nice to be able to direct them back to your store at Simply Made Local, where they can contact you directly. When they contact you, the site will send you a text message that somebody is interested in one of your products for you to get onto the site and respond back to them. I do want to share with you some exciting news is that this week we did get approved as a approved marketplace on Instagram for Instagram shopping. So if you don't know what that is, yay! If you don't know what that is, you can you can list your products on Instagram, and when the person clicks your product, it will send them directly to Simply Made Local to shop your store. So people don't even have to look for links. You don't have to put the links in anything. You can just, your customers can just directly click right on that product, and that's going to send them right to your Simply Made Local shop.
There are a couple things that you need to make sure are in order as far as your social media goes before you can do this. So you have to make sure that first and foremost, you are set up as a business account within Instagram. And that's really easy. You just go into your settings and you switch that over. So you're going to want to make sure that you switch it. And then again, within your settings, there's one particular spot that says Instagram shopping. And you can actually click that, and it will give you like a little bit of some, information on what you need to do in order to be approved, because Instagram and Facebook are obviously affiliated and they work together. You actually have to be approved in order to have this process go through and in order to be able to use this service. But at the bottom of that particular page on Instagram, you can have it send all of the steps and the information to your email that is affiliated with your Instagram account. That helped me a ton when I was setting up ours for Simply Made. So just keep in mind, it is a process. You do have to be approved, and sometimes it can take anywhere from a week to 2 weeks, depending on the influx of everybody trying to do it. But there are directions, and if you get stuck at any point, like this person did right here, and Google it. Just Google.
Yes. Yes. So we're excited.
Step by step.
Yes, we're excited that that's going on this week. So we are actually going to start to set up your guys' products that we're featuring every week. So we try to feature 2 to 3 products every week that are on the site. We're picking great photos and that are relevant to the topics that we share every week. So every week we kind of have a different topic. This week was Mother's Day gifts, so we were choosing really great Mother's Day products. So that's how we kind of choose that. We do that about 2 weeks in advance. So when we choose to feature your product, we'll be able to set that up with a direct link to your shop. So just a lot of exciting new things that are going on this week. So if that's something you're interested in, please fill that out, apply for that program, and then that's really going to help to send more of your customers to your direct shop. And when we all do this, we are all supporting each other because we are all driving traffic to Simply Made, and we're really working hard to make Simply Made Local our new premier elite marketplace. So we're makers trying to make Simply Made the best that it can be, and a new platform for us that is going to open up a lot of new opportunities for our small businesses. So I think that's all that we have for you tonight. We're going to take a look over the next couple weeks at some other features that we think that we can help you with, and we're going to come back with another video to kind of help you. But don't forget to leave us some reviews. Let us know how we're doing and how you're enjoying Simply Made Local.
And if you have a suggestion for something you want us to talk about, just please let us know. Email us.
Support at simplymadelocal.com.
One kind of nice thing about us being, it's us. This is who you get when you sign up with Simply Made Local, is that when you reach out to us, you are going to be seen, and we are going to be able to reach out to you and actually give you that one-on-one support that you might need. I know with other bigger marketplaces that doesn't happen. So just keep in mind that those are things that we try to keep close, and we really try to give you guys as much support as we possibly can.
Yes. So we thank you for watching this. We wish you much success in your business, and we hope you have a great week, and stay tuned for all the new features and updates that are happening weekly at Simply Made Local. So we thank you, and have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.